Now we will move on to our next project, and that happens to be one of those little purses. So here is the little Valentine's purse that I made earlier today. And I also made, using the same die, a little backpack. Isn't that so cute? And look at that little pocket on the front. It's got some, I don't know, this could be like a cover-up stick or a lipstick, another lipstick, and some perfume. So fun. Okay, so let me get the supplies for this little guy. Okay, so we are going to be using the All Dressed Up die set. We're not really using the stamp set, but this is a coordinating product. If you buy these two together in a bundle, you do save 10%. So we're using the dies today. So there are 15 dies in this package. I've got 2 back here. I've got the main piece for the bag, the handle, and then you can see we've got the little perfume bottle, the lipstick, the shoe, dies for both these little flowers, the little buckles for the straps. We have 2 sets of buckles, and then we have 2 different size buttons. So I have the small button on here right now. Super, super cute. So I am so excited about this, you guys. I actually, when I get a die set like this, I always pull out some old designer series paper that's retired that doesn't do me any good anymore because I can't sell it, and then I'll practice so that I can come up with, like, if there's any tips or tricks that I can share with you guys about how to put these together easily, then I can share those with you. And so I did make, here's one that I did with some retired cardstock, just kind of, you know, throwing it together, seeing what it was. Here's the larger button. And you can see the designer series paper is harder to tell unless it's in real life, but on the camera it's kind of hard to tell. But you can see all these little stitched lines all the way around this whole thing. Isn't that fun? And the only difference between the backpack and the purse is the way you fold the flaps. So if you fold the flaps out, you make a purse, push them in, you make a backpack. Super simple. Okay, so I'm going to put those, actually I'm going to move them. Well, I should be able to leave them there. We'll see if I'm going to make a gigantic mess. So I decided to make one out of cardstock just because, like I said, it's easier for you guys to see all the detail that the die produces if we're using cardstock. Even on the straps, there's little stitch lines all the way around the entire strap. So, so cute. Okay, so I've cut 2 pieces out of Purple Posy. You'll also see there was a score line down here at the bottom, down here on this little flap, and then on this side flap here. And then, of course, the score line here, 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 and here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fold the score lines, fold those back. There's a score line here that we're going to fold on. So I just kind of start it right where I see the line, and then I can kind of gently pinch it. And I'm not using my bone folder. I didn't find that it was necessary to use a bone folder on these. Same thing with this little flap right here. That's actually a closure. I just kind of find where the fold is, put my fingernail in there just to kind of get it started, and then finish it off by just gently pinching it. Since we're making a purse, I'm going to fold this out. So again, the score line right there in the middle. I've got my fingernail kind of pressing it up, and then I can just kind of fold it down as we go here. Okay, down there. And then these, I didn't find that I really had to do a whole lot with these little corner or these little kind of diagonal ones, but you can if you want to. Okay, so now we'll do the same thing on this one. Fold that, get that started a little bit, get it down here at the bottom, fold it over, pinch it nicely. This one here, same thing, kind of use your fingernail a little bit right where the score line is, and then fold that over. Okay, and then again, same thing here, we're going to press out on that score line that's down the middle. And it wants to kind of sometimes fold on the stitched lines because the paper's like been, I guess for lack of a better word, kind of compromised in that spot. So you do kind of want to be a little bit careful when you're doing that fold up to the outside. Just be mindful that it's going to want to fold there instead, just because it would be easier for it to do that. Okay, so we have our 2 pieces folded properly. Next, the easiest way I found to put this together is to start right here on this little flap. And now I've heard other people use tear and tape adhesive. The only reason I don't like tear and tape adhesive for this kind of a project is if you don't get these lined up together in the right spot, you know, right away, it's hard to take it apart because the tear and tape sticks right away, whereas the liquid glue, you do get a few minutes to kind of wiggle it around and make sure you get in the right spot. So I'm going to line it up at the top, and then I'm just following the fold with the edge of my bag all the way down to the bottom. Okay. You'll see I did not put a ton of glue on there. My beads of glue were very slight because I don't want it squishing out and making a mess. So again, I'm just putting some very thin beads of glue on here. And then this one is just a tiny bit trickier, but not super tricky. Again, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to line it up at the top, and I'll kind of pinch that there with my finger and my thumb while I come down to the bottom and do the same thing. Okay, so not difficult at all. You just got to take a little bit of care. All right, so then on the bottom, we have these 2 little side flaps. Now, I've seen people not put glue on them. I just feel like they probably need some glue. And then 1 flap. And now I'm going to show you, these don't line up perfectly together. So you're going to fold the 1 flap in. Okay. You're going to fold the other flap over it, and you'll see there is about a 1/16 or 1/8 of an inch where they don't line up perfectly, and it's designed like that on purpose. Okay, so don't freak out. Then I'll take my glue bottle and I'll just press it inside the bag, and then I'll take my bone folder and just kind of press again. So very simple. There is the basis of the bag. Super cute. Then on my little purse straps, I'm going to take my bone folder and just kind of very gently, I'm not pressing super hard, curl them so that my bag straps want to curl. Okay, they want to go like this. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the bottom of each handle. And I'm just going to press it into place there. And actually, you could wait, you could give it a couple seconds to dry. In fact, I'm going to put the glue on this one too so that it starts to dry just a slight bit while I'm messing with this one. So you're going to stick that on the inside right at the top there. It's like the perfect fit. And then you can either, well, I'm just going to go ahead and do it, and then I'll show you one that I did the other way. And then I'm going to twist it and pull it over to the same side. Whoops, that did not stick. And I wonder if I needed a tiny bit more glue. We shall see. Okay, press those down. Then we'll come over to this side and do the same thing. Press that into place. Twist it around and press it into place over here. And there we go with it not wanting to stick. So we're going to have to get a little angry. You are going to stick, and you're going to stick right now. Okay, so, and there you have an open bag. Now if you, this is the other one, I was going to say you could put the straps on the opposite way. So you could have it front to back. You know what this reminds me of? It actually reminds me of like a little pair of overalls. I wonder if, that just kind of made my little brain go a little bit. Maybe I could actually be creative, even though I talked about earlier how I wasn't. Maybe I am. Maybe I'll turn this into a little pair of overalls. Who knows? Anyway, or you can do it where the straps are side to side. Okay, so then out of this designer series paper, the Best Dressed designer series paper, so pretty. Got all my scraps in the front. Just think of all the adorable bags you could make with these fun florals. Oh my goodness. So pretty. So these are that. And then the opposite sides, whoops, I need to flip this over. Ugh, come on, Barb. I think I put these back in the wrong way. Okay, so here's all the kind of florals on one side. Then we have a pattern that's stripes. And then the back side is all kind of makeup-y, girly, fun, perfumey, purses, shoes on the back side. and then some plain things too. So like on this bag here where I have these tiny little pieces, those I actually cut out. Where did I put those? Well, I cut them out of the paper. Let me find them. So this one, I cut the two like lipstick pieces out of this. And then the perfume, I cut out of what? Where are you, perfume? There we go. Out of this one here. So I just fussy cut those and stuck them in the bag. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was doing. Here is my, so this is one of the designer series papers. I thought that this would look really pretty on the front of this colored bag. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue right along the edge on 3 sides, not the top, because you can't slide anything in there if you have it at the top. And then we're going to put this on the front here. Try to center it. Is it up a little high? Is it down too much? Okay. And then this is a little button. It's the exact same paper, but I'm actually going to use the yellow side. And I'm going to attach that with some baker's twine. This is our Nature's Twine. This is in our big annual catalog, and it's really thick. But if you twist it, you can twist this and separate the threads. Come on, you. And so I am going to keep one of these threads. So I can just keep twisting, 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 pulling, twisting, pulling, twisting, and it will eventually come off. Yeah, now I'm going to make myself a liar. Nope, I'm not going to be a liar. Aha, there it is. So here is a little strand. So I am going to thread that through my button. And here is how I thread stuff. This is a flosser. This is something you can get in the drugstore by the toothpaste and stuff. It's a floss threader. And so I have a little package of these in my stamp room here. And this is what I use to thread things. So I'm just going to thread this up through the buttonhole there. Come on. Come on. There we go. So cute. And I'm going to tie a little bow. So I'm going to tie it in a little knot first. And then I will tie a little bow. I may have to put that. Well, let's see if I can tie a bow in the air. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh, what? Upside down. Ugh. The struggle is real when you're on like live TV. Dentist. Ah, Linda got hers from her dentist. So there you go. Hit up the dentist and ask him for some flossers. Floss threaders, I think is what they're called. Flossers, floss threader. I don't know. Oh my gosh, the struggle is so real right now, you guys. I cannot believe this. I did one earlier today when I wasn't live. And of course it was perfect and I had no issues. Ugh. Okay. So there, we finally got it after we threw a little baby fit. And I'm just going to manipulate this because I don't want it to be super big. Because of course my bag isn't huge. And then my little pocket isn't very big either. So I just manipulate that until it's about the size I want. And then I will pull on the loops to tighten them. Okay, and I'm going to add this with a glue dot. So we're going to bring glue dots in here. And press that onto a glue dot. Pick it up. Where's my take your pick tool? I need the other end, the pokey end. Because I'm going to touch my glue dot with my pokey end. And that way I'm going to try to get it right where I want it, right in the middle. There. Okay, now of course these tails are way too long. I thought I snipped you off. Oh, I snipped off almost all of it. Okay. And so there is our little bag. And of course you could stuff some tissue paper in there just like I did with this one. All right. So guys, that's all the projects I have for you today. Let me bring them all back in. If you're watching this on YouTube, give it a thumbs up because I always appreciate that. And if you are watching on YouTube, you can subscribe to my channel right down here. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, Please leave me comments. I love hearing your comments, whether they are, you know, constructive criticism. I appreciate constructive criticism, as well as, you know, love and all that kind of stuff too. I also appreciate every order I can get at shoppingwithbarb.com. Use my monthly host code for a free gift. And don't forget about joining my team right now during celebration, because you get so much for free. It is the best time. And please, if you have any questions, message me. I'm happy to answer them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful night.